And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
He said he laid his mountains and heritage waste. What did that mean?
I guess it means.
This is referring to the time of the Dark Ages.
Right.
During the Dark Ages, it was the time period in which dark people ruled the earth.
That's right.
And the so-called white man, he lived in caves. Particularly during this time, the Caucasus Mountains. That's where they get their name from. Caucasian.
That's right.
He said he laid their heritage waste. They was dwelling in mountains while God was loving you and you was ruling the earth.
That's right.
That's why we said King James, one of the last black kings of that time, he the one who authorized this Bible to be written in English so that you wouldn't be running around here saying the white man wrote it.
Right.
Read what you got.
For the dragons of the wilderness. Verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished.
So the white man said, we impoverished. He was living in the mountains. He was a caveman. He didn't even wash himself. They used to eat the lice out each other's heads.
Bring it out.
He was impoverished. And what happened?
But we will return and build the desolate places.
Did not he return and rebuild? He returned and rebuilt. This was during the time period known as the Renaissance, meaning rebirth. This is the same time period where Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo painted all these white images of Christ. This was the rebuilding of the Caucasian earth. Caucasian people. We destroyed them during the Dark Ages, but they came back during the Renaissance to rebuild. Read on.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build.
They gonna build. They got all these, they working on a new skyscraper right there. They gonna build, but what did God say?
But I will throw down.
It's a day coming called Armageddon. And God gonna throw down all this. Read.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
The what?
The border of wickedness.
The border of wickedness. What is a border? It's the beginning and the end. They are the beginning and end of wickedness.
That's right.
And y'all, somebody somewhere like, no, the white man can't be wicked. He can't, he give me Section 8. He give me WIC. He give me food stamps. He said I could wear pants. He gave you all these things. He gave you them pants too, sis.
That's right.
But I'm gonna show you that he is the wicked. Give me, before we finish this, read on.
And the people against whom the Lord.
Now listen good to this. Read it again. I want you to listen, because you said they wrote this Bible. If they wrote it, they should have took this part off. Listen.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people whom the Lord have indignation forever.
God says he had righteous hatred towards them forever.
That's right.
Because there's somebody somewhere like, no, he just hated that one person, Esau. No, he said, what? The what?
The people.
The people. The entire race, he has what?
Against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
He have hatred for them forever. Forever. That's why it's a judgment coming down for them. That's why you got to change your mindset. You got to change the way you think about this Bible.
Right.
The problem is you haven't been taught the Bible.
Right.
You've been taught the Bible from people who learned it from the white man.
Right.
We ain't learned this Bible from the white man.
That's right.
Listen to this. Give me that. What you got? Read this.
The book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 16.
Bring
Listen
it
to what
up.
God said to the white man.
But unto the wicked, God saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statute?
God said to the white man, what do you have to do to be teaching my Bible? Who is you to open my Bible up? Read.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
They constantly say they Christian. They constantly say they love Christ. God said they shouldn't even take his covenant in their mouth. Read.
Seeing thou hatest instruction.
He said they hate instruction. Why? The instruction said one man, one wife. The white man went and passed laws and said man and man can be together. Women and women can be together.
I'm a woman, so you ain't have to man.
No, I'm not talking about you, sis. Come on now. I know you. I clearly see you a woman. That's why I said put on a dress.
Okay.
You know? Read it again.
Seeing thou hatest instruction.
They hate instruction. Another thing is God says there's a biblical dress code. But the first people to say we can wear pants
Bring it out.
was white people.
That's right.
We never wore pants before we ran into them. Even if you go on to the Middle East, the Arabs, they didn't wear pants. Their women didn't wear pants. The Chinese women didn't wear pants. The so-called white man, he hate instruction. Everything God say, he say, I'm going to do the opposite.
Right.
And casteth my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consented with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers.
Now listen to verse 20. Read this one.
Verse 20, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother.
It said, thou sittest, he talking about Esau, and speak against thy brother. Because remember, Jacob, who we come from, the Israelites, and Esau was brother. But how do they speak against us? They say, we niggas.
Right.
They say, we incompetent.
Right.
They say they put us in prison. They always have evil things to say about the so-called black man.
Right.
They even say we equal when we not. We above them. They speak against their brother. Read.
Right.
Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, and slandereth thine own mother's son.
Remember, Rebecca had 2 sons, and they've been slandering us for a long time. Even to the where they told us the Bible, they wrote the Bible. That's slander to say that these people was white people. The greatest book ever wrote. You think a white man did that?
Bring it out.
No, it's impossible.
That's right.
Read them.
These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
God, they did all this evil in the earth, and God kept silent.
Let them know.
God didn't do nothing. God sat back and waited. Read.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
The white man thought God was like him. They thought God was white.
Right.
They thought the Heavenly Father and His Son was white.
Teach.
To this day, they walking around. When we say Jesus is black, they say, "Oh, I couldn't be. He couldn't be." No, God said, "You thought I was like you." But read.
But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
What you're looking at is the so-called black man getting back in order.
That's
Because what you're
right.
looking at is black men who used to be adulterers, who used to be fornicators,
Right.
now we married to one wife.
Right.
Who used to didn't take care of their children,
Right.
now we take care of our households.
Right.
Now we teach the truth.
it out.
Who we didn't believe in God at all,
Let 'em
but
know.
now we teach thus saith the Lord.
That's
And
right.
God's setting us in order right before your eyes. So yes, the Bible is a true book. And a book that you need to believe in, because a day is coming where the white man is going to perish, and you're going to perish with him if you keep them pants. I'm going to show you that.
That's
Give me Daniel
right.
chapter 9. Daniel 9, right? And 13, that's what I want? Or is it 11? What I want? Or Amos 9. Amos 9, right? Yeah, Amos 9. I'm listening good to this. Amos 9, and I want to say, let me look at it. Verse 10.
Verse 11.
The book of Amos,
Verse 10.
chapter 9 and verse 10.
Listen to this.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
He said, all the sinners of my people gonna die by the sword. So God said He gonna throw down, He gonna destroy this place when Christ return. But all His people gonna die who choose sin.
Right.
So when the book said wear the dress, if you decide to keep going that way, wearing pants, you gonna die with the white man.
Right.
You're not gonna get to see the real Wakanda, which is Jerusalem. You're not gonna get to see that. Black men ruling, black women by their sides. You're not gonna get to see that because you chose to live as the so-called Caucasians. Read them.
Which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
That's what a lot of our people say. That's not gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be good. God know my heart. God says no. All the sinners shall perish that decide that thing. Read.
In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
He said He gonna build us up, the tabernacles of David, what you see on that sign, all those people on that sign. He gonna build us up like the days of old, back when King David, the black man, ruled on the earth. Like when King Solomon, the black man, ruled on the earth. Read on.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom.
That they may do what?
Possess the remnant of Edom.
He said we gonna possess Esau. What do it mean if you possess a person?
Take control.
If I own you, what does that mean?
That means you own me. I don't know.
That means you are a slave. God says His chosen people.
I'm sorry, you know, difference between not somebody saying like a human saying I own you
gonna read it so you can get it. Listen, read it one more time.
12.
that they may possess the remnant of Edom.
Edom is the name of Esau. His name was changed to Edom. He said the chosen people are going to possess Edom. They're going to own them. Meaning what? They got to go into slavery. You got to think, if God is a just God, why would he let us go through slavery and never, nothing ever happened to the so-called white man? Read them.
And all the heathen, which are called by my name, saith the Lord.
The heathen that's called by the name, them so-called Jewish people. They over there fighting over Israel right now. But God says, you are the Jews. You are the real tribe of Judah, so-called black man, or so-called black woman.
Right.
Read.
Saith the Lord.
Now, jump over to Revelation chapter 13. Listen, I want you to listen good, because you said it's the white man's book. We gonna get that out your mind. And not just that, we want you to put on a dress.
That's right.
You already got your hair wrapped nice. You know what I'm saying? You got that part down. You got to put on a dress.
That's
because
right.
you not wearing a dress is not worth you missing out on the chance to see when God turned the table.
That's
Right.
Revelations chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Listen good. Read.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Who led the so-called black man, woman, and child into captivity? The so-called white man. Read.
Shall go into captivity.
Who must go into captivity? No. I'm gonna read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
The person that leads someone into slavery, they must go into slavery.
That's right.
Read on.
He that killeth with the sword.
Who sick pit bulls on our mothers? Who hung us from trees? Who killed us by the sword? The so-called white man. Read on.
Must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
What did it say?
He that killeth.
Here
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
it said, this is what the saints have been waiting for. Since the Bible was written,
That's right.
this is what the saints been talking about.
Right.
Is Edom going into slavery for what he did to us. This is what the Bible is talking about. What is that? Daniel 9, here's the hither of the matter. What's that? Daniel, you know what I want? 7:27. Listen to this. Read what you got.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
The saints of the Most High is the Israelites. Jacob. He said, everything under the heaven. If you can look up and see a sky, it's going to be given to us. We going to own it.
That's
Read.
right.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
He said, every nation got to serve and obey us. The white man, he got to obey us.
Right.
The China man, he got to obey us.
Right.
The Arab man, he got to obey us.
Right.
For the servitude that we done served on this earth, God going to turn it around.
That's
Read
right.
on.
Hitherto is the end of the matter.
This is what the whole Bible is talking about. So you got to change that mindset that this is a white man's book.
Right.
Why you think they made it so important for you not to read?
Right.
He didn't want you to read this.
Right.
He didn't want you to see that the whole earth belonged to you.
Right.
He didn't want you to know that, sister. He didn't want you to know how royal you is. He wanted to keep that you was an Israelite. He wanted to keep the commandments for you so that he could continuously rule.
That's
But until
right.
you change your mindset, until we as a people as a whole change our mindset, they gonna continue to rule and we gonna be at the bottom.
That's
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.